Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the 2009 BMW M3. Just to show you a little bit about it, here it is. With it being from 2009, it definitely does have some blemishes, like some clear coat peeling here, but don't worry, we're going to paint the whole car eventually. It's got some Apex wheels on it. If you take a look inside here, you'll notice that this is actually 335i interior. I traded the Fox red interior that it had factory for this black. Reason being is I've actually bought seats for this car, some racing seats. So these won't be in here very long at all, just until the other ones come in. So these are just the 335 sport seats. They are heated. The stock ones were not, but we've already got the brackets in for the new seats, but the new seats won't ship out until December 25th. So there's that. That's why the interior is black. To give you a little bit of insight on this car, it's Alpine Stage 2 tuned, and it has a catless 3-inch exhaust all the way back. It's all custom built. That's about it. But today's video is going to be about this broken fender. So the previous owner was driving this car with a different set of wheels on it, and the tire blew out and it busted the fender. I did get the car this way because I'm not too worried about it, honestly. One of these fenders is like $350, but I'm just going to go ahead and reuse this fender, and on the other side we're going to use it as well. What we're going to do is, the idea in my head, I don't really know what I want to do yet, but the idea in my head is kind of just cut it straight across like this, and then possibly down, I don't know, maybe just straight all the way across, and then we'll make a custom panel to go in here and kind of look like a race car, I guess, kind of fold in, you know, kind of like how those wide body kits do. But I think we're going to go ahead and attempt to do this. Never done this before, but I guess first thing I'll do is go ahead and make a cardboard template and go from there.
I've been up for 3 nights. My eyes are bloodshot red. Damn, I wanna see the sunshine. It's getting to my head. One look in the mirror, don't like what I find. I know that somewhere in there there's a good guy, but he runs away at midnight. I'm sorry that I stole your car and got those tattoos on my arms that don't mean shit to me. Maybe you should pull the alarm, so I don't take it way too far. Die before I'm 23. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. My siblings are perfect and I wish I were the same. Making bad decisions, it should be my middle name. I love playing with fire, it's my favorite. Watch me burn my whole house down, not feel a thing. One look in the mirror, don't like what I find. I know that somewhere in there there's a good guy, but he runs away at midnight. I'm sorry that I stole your car and got those tattoos on my arms that don't mean shit to me. Maybe you should pull the alarm, so I don't take it way too far. Die before I'm 23. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom.
Or this is what happens when I'm out of my medicine.
Listeners come out on damage, I gotta go. I'm sorry that I stole your car
So at this point you can probably see where I'm going with this. Basically put this insert on here with the edges showing on the outside, and then have that go in probably about an inch, inch and a half at most, and then it'll just kind of be, you know. And then for the places where you see the gap here to there and there to there, I will cut out a piece, like a triangle piece, and then weld it in place, or whatever I've got to do. If I use aluminum, TIG weld it. If I use steel, MIG weld it. Not sure yet, but stay tuned. Alright guys, it's a new day. We ran out of daylight yesterday, so this is what I've come up with so far. Just to recap, we've taken that fender liner out. We've removed the washer fluid tank. Then I've cut the fender out to this point here. That way we do still have something to rivet onto. And then I've made this template. So this kind of gives you some sort of an idea of how I'm going to do it. Just have this top piece here, form to the fender. Same with the bottom, that'll have to be trimmed obviously. But we're just going to have this pushed in a little bit, probably about an inch, inch and a half at most. And then we'll have a custom vented fender. Since this fender was previously broken, I didn't want to buy a new one, so we'll have a vented fender. And we'll have done it all at home, and it cost us nothing, which we wanted to make this into a race car anyways. So that's exactly what we're doing. So now I'm going to go ahead and refine this piece a little bit, and then I'll cut it out of metal. We will weld everything up and then fit everything up, and then we'll do the other side.
I'm sorry, Mom.
So I got some aluminum here, and this just so happens to be pretty nice size for this piece. So then I'll just flip it over like this after I cut that one out and do this side. And then we'll start shaping everything out. But first I'm going to go ahead and hit this with some 80 and then probably some 220, then some 320 on the aluminum, just because it's so freaking dirty and oxidized and ugly. And then we'll go from there.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and pissed it away. I ain't fucking okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah, rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat from the whole.
So most likely I'm just going to leave it right here. This is 80 grit, and I actually kind of like the way that it looks. But if we decide that we don't want it this way, I was just going to use some textured paint on it anyways. So I'm just going to leave it right here, and if I use textured paint on it, it'll just grip it better. So that's what I'm going to do now, is go ahead and trace this out and cut these out.
Control my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million motherfuckers that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I knew not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, go. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. I'm a slave for you. I'm a slave for you. Ripping 100 more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a goddamn mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had a killer conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I knew not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, go. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over.
Alright guys, got these pieces cut out. They're pretty much identical, but they're not like obviously 100% perfect since I didn't cut them out at the exact same time. But I want to take this sander with some 80 grit, go around these edges, make the edges nice and smooth, and then I'll clamp these together, and then I will sand them together to get any imperfections out that don't match exactly. Alright guys, I want to go ahead and start drilling the holes. What I've done is marked all my points to drill at. I've used this automatic punch. How it works basically is find something that you're going to drill, push down, and then, well, this is wood, but obviously it wouldn't do that in metal. So I've done that all the way around, and it leaves a little indent there so that your drill bit doesn't slide all over the place. Now I'm going to go ahead and rivet, show you how a rivet works. I'm going to be using a rivet gun to hold it onto the car, and this is exactly how it works right here. As you push on the handle, it pulls the rivet out like this, and then it breaks off. So then you're left with a rivet on top and a piece of metal that will not come through on the back. So that one and this one are probably going to be useless because of what's left on the car. This one and this one I'll probably be able to use. I could make a bracket for it, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think it'll be necessary. So next thing I want to do is go ahead and drill those out, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, so I went and put a little bend in it. Just bent that in, a little bit, just judging by the distance between here and here, about an inch. And then this is what we're looking at. I need to make some bends so that this fits with the lines of the fender. No problem. I'm pretty happy with the amount that it's leaning inwards. I'm also pretty happy with everything else. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and bend this top piece, and then I will make those inner pieces there, and then I'll keep you updated. Okay, so here's what I've got so far. This here matches the fender pretty well. That's bent in, that's bent in. So you'll notice here that this is bent in. This will be for the corner of the side skirt so that it doesn't stick out past that. So I've taken this amount, which is 23 millimeters, and I've marked it, well, I've scribed it, if you can see it there. I've scribed that. Now I'm going to cut that out, and then I'll weld it like this, because it'd be really hard to bend a curve like that. So I'll cut it out, smooth it, and then I will put it at a 90-degree angle and I'll weld it. And that will prevent it from scraping our tire also, and then it'll allow me to secure it to the inner fender liner also. Alright guys, I've got this piece cut off. Obviously this piece needs to be straight, and then we'll just bend it with this curve rather than using this piece. I don't know what I was thinking. So we'll cut a straight piece for that, about an inch wide, and then I went ahead and cut these pieces. That kind of, you can see it taking shape there. It'll go in just like that. And then I cut the bottom piece as well. Kind of just sit like this. And then I'll have to actually take these rivets back out because these will be silver, or these will be painted black. I'll have to paint this before I put it on the car, obviously, so these will be black, the rest will be silver. So I've got to take these back out, and then after I paint it, I'll redo those. Alright guys, here's what we've got so far. Pretty happy with it. Happy with the shape and everything. Looks pretty aggressive. As you can see, the fender needs to come out this way, and I've already tried it. I actually did rivet it on and then pulled the fender right out, and it looked really good. So that won't be a problem at all. I've just literally got everything tacked together, and then as you can see, it's going to make the fender probably stick out about an inch wider than stock. But I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and take some body filler and fill it all in, all the corners and stuff, and make this thing perfect. Then we'll spray it, and then we'll install it. Alright guys, here's an update. Got some body filler on there. Just barely any at all. Just enough to kind of smooth things out. Make it look pretty perfect. As soon as this dries, we'll go ahead and sand it down. And then we'll go ahead and get everything moving. Get this thing painted and installed. Got this part ready to paint now. Just got it cleaned up, and I'm actually just going to use some of this on it. That way if any rocks fly up and hit it, it doesn't really affect it much, and it's easy to touch up. It'll give you a nice little textured look. So yep, I'm going to do that now.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you take
put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my
Well guys, there it is. Pretty happy with it. Although I was too impatient to let the bed liner dry completely. But whatever, I got some fingerprints on it. Looks pretty aggressive. And it definitely looks much better than the big hole that was there before. So, I like it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's going to be it for this video. I want to repeat on the other side. Yep, I'm going to cut the undamaged fender. Yep, I know. It's worth money. I don't care. It's fine. There's the uncut fender. And about to cut it up and put the other piece on there. That ought to be fun. But thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.